and welcome to another episode of the Organic Adventure Show. I am your host, Cy Rodriguez, and today we're going to make some nut milk, specifically chocolate almond milk. I've got all of my ingredients sitting out here, so it's easy to prepare everything, and I'm just going to let you know what we have here. First of all, we've got 1 cup measured out of almonds, and these almonds have not been soaked, but they are raw almonds. And just so you know, the way to get raw almonds is to go to your local almond farmer and buy them directly from them if they're willing to do that with you. That way you get the raw almonds. Otherwise, even if they say raw and they're in the store and they're from the United States, they're not really raw. They have to fumigate them or pasteurize them. But you could even soak these almonds overnight in some filtered water and then just pour off that water and use soaked almonds for a few more nutritional benefits. But I'm just using what's convenient right now, which is just regular raw Spanish almonds, and they're organic. Next, I have a cup here that contains 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. They're flat tablespoons. It contains 2 tablespoons of honey, a pinch of Celtic sea salt, and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Somewhere between a 1/4 of a teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. These are all organic and raw ingredients. Very good for you. And I've got a nut milk bag here, which I'm going to be showing you a little bit more of in a minute, but I don't want to touch it right now because I want to have clean hands, which I really am obsessive about when I make things. So you're going to see that in a minute. I've also got a measured cup of water here. This water is 3 cups of water. You can use about 3 to 4 cups, or you can even take it down like 2.5 cups if you want a really, really creamy milk. But 3 cups of water is just about right and makes a nice milk the way that I like to eat it. And you can purchase the nut milk bags online from many different places. If you just punch in nut milk bag on Google, I'm sure you'll find a number of options, and there's other ways you can get them too. But nylon nut milk bag is what you want. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and take our water from our measurement of 3 cups and put it into the blender. And I would normally be using a Vitamix blender, but this is my mom's blender, what she has at her house where I'm at right now, so I'm using that. Put our cup of almonds in there, and we're going to go ahead and blend this up nice and smooth as we can get it. So we're going to go ahead and start that out here. Okay, that took a little while. Probably I went for a minute or so. And in a blender that's not a super high-powered blender, you're going to find that you have to blend a little bit longer. If you have a Vitamix or a Blend Tech, then it's going to be about 30 seconds to a minute on high power, one way or another. So far we've got our almonds and water blended up. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands because I like to keep it clean. What we're going to do here now is I'm going to take my clean nut milk bag, my clean handle of my blender, and I'm going to go ahead and pour all of this nut milk into the bag. You can see here, just going to squeeze it all out real nicely. You can kind of mess around with the best way to do this. You can really smell these almonds. These ones are very almondy almonds, this particular variety. I think they're a caramel variety from Spain. But that one, you probably tasted like non-Pearl almonds. They taste good, but they don't have the like super potent like actual almond flavor. These Spanish almonds, which are I believe are the caramel variety, have a very, very almondy flavor. So when you're drinking them, it definitely feels like you're drinking almond milk for sure. Squeeze it out real nice, make sure we get all we can out of it. I'll just set this aside here and rinse my blender out. And we're going to then add our nice creamy strained milk back into our blender. take our chocolate, honey, sea salt, vanilla mixture and add it into the blender. And we're going to go ahead and blend this up really nicely. And we have our creamy milk ready to drink. I'm going to go ahead and pour some in here for the kids and all the people who want to have some later. Pour some for myself too. You can see we made about a quart of milk this way, probably a little bit more. And let's taste it and see how it is. Tastes good to me. And you wouldn't even need the chocolate in it. It tastes amazingly almondy, but the chocolate's also very good. And of course, has high amounts of magnesium and iron in it. A little bit stimulating, so be careful on how much you use. But that's chocolate almond milk. This is going to be in my recipe book coming out soon. I haven't decided a name for that recipe book yet, so if you have any suggestions for really awesome recipes, which are mostly vegan recipes with a couple of vegetarian recipes, then let me know and I'll consider your name for my book. But yeah, it's going to be the good stuff, and it's going to come out in about a month or less from now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your new almond milk that you'll be making shortly after this, and may every day be an adventure in health.